Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke.
Let's go out to the East Coast, West Coast. Put it up. No palm to the trees and the palms of dealers and fiends. Late night roam the streets. Weed is weaker, but it's cheaper. Not many chicks frontin' like divas. Out west, every chick's a model like Eva, and you know I'm far from believing her, so I'm G'ing her like she G'ing me. Banging in LA is a different thing. At the end, you either dead on the bang, getting out, doing better things. On Sunset, where they hang. Hollywood, where they hustle for change. Times Square here, it's the same. No matter where you go, you'll find a lane. On the west, they kick it with cane. On the east, trees the social thing. East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap, East Coast. When I'm on the west and I'm doing my thing, don't offer me coke or your nose I bang. Friends don't offer other deadly things. Thanks for the hospitality, we'll still hang. I won't judge you, leave me as I came. On the road to success, top of the game. Eat all the finer things in the food chain. Teach my kids to do the same. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap, East Coast. Gotta love life and offer wonderful things. Being to travel is a privileged thing. Came back to the east, air wasn't fresh. Streets filled with trash, various people in the eye. It's easy to tell who's upper middle class. Police and racism, same as crash. Back to where they not social, where they less vocal. When they don't know you, be careful, show you around the East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, East Coast, whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Pop your bottles and toss the cork. If you rap, West Coast. Both coasts are known to give you fame. Got paparazzis playing cameras your way. Got you bobbing and weaving like Cassius Clay. Most thugs turn Muslim in older days. Change their name to Allah they pray. Probably till they decay. This go out to the east and west. For Big and Pac, y'all, let's connect. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. You can't get the West without the ES. So it's manifested that we connect. You know what it is. Choke, no joke. Learn from mistakes, baby. You know what it is. Greg on the track. Rest in peace, baby. Either war, we here now. You know what it is.
Choke, no joke. Smile treatment, you know. Yeah.
The great. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. Best day of my life, no sleep all night. Broke day for weeks, my cash was right. My capo tight, take our loot, unite. 23-hour shifts had to see loot like Mike. Cash lovely, yeah, Dougie. How could this day get so ugly? like some bubbly. Yo, through those 9 months, you really bugged me. Felt like a star, cop first car. Get up with the guard, what it is, baby pa. He about to cop a van, get up with our mans. Before we reached our low spot, toes blam. Unaware what happened, discussing and clapping. It wasn't loud, ain't shit gonna happen. Me being stupid, instead of getting they moving, this nigga kept chefing like the woo one. Then we heard a knock, no one knew of this spot. 6 niggas in the spot, 6 niggas not. Ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. I'm in the precinct all damn even. This good cop, bad cop shit got me steaming. No, I was caught, I ain't give a fuck. Had jokes like the usual suspects line up. Book times up, came back fuck. Shirt wrinkled up, my pigs roughed me up. Time's up, heard them clink of the cuffs. Niggas was so deep they had to call on the bus. Everybody that checks outside waiting on us like ghetto celebs. Our cells ain't plush. 5 in the book and gave a whooping. He never forget, they gotta be split. Up in the courtroom, they cause it ruckus. Everybody in the jacks waiting on us. Tried to bail us out, that thought got thrown out. Bill one so high, I couldn't bear half a nigga out. Copped out, that's what first fell in the bow. Back on the bus, Rikers the row. Wifey in the courtroom crying out. We love y'all with tears running in their mouth. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. Choke no joke, learn from mistakes. Keep chasing that paper, you gonna catch a case. DJ S&S the great.
Choke no joke, chicky choke no joke. Choke no joke, chicky choke no joke. You know what it is. Thank you for tuning in. April, I appreciate you. Michelle G, I appreciate you. Whack on Wood, I appreciate you. Riz Lyricist. Wildress Wolf, 2 times. Shy, what up? Fred Jenkins, I appreciate you. Marcellus, I appreciate you. Daniel, Laquita, Rob C, my fellow Americans, I appreciate you all tuning in. Choke no joke, you know what it is. All right, Michelle Frizzy is in the building, along with Kareem Smiggity. They here, okay? Gimme Mo is here. AJ Nueve is here. Brittany in the building. Michelle G, I see you. Okay. Y'all know what it is, man. Good evening. You know, for quite some time now, I've been telling y'all the loyal ones here, they know from being constant watchers of the channel that I'm not going to say that I predicted this or I prophesied this was going on in LA with these fires and the flooding around the world and in Saudi. It's just all it's all written, it's all biblical. You know, for a while, you know, I was doing Bible study on Wednesdays. Maybe one day I'll get back to that. But, you know, and us doing the Bible study, it showed, well, it kind of prophesies that this was going to happen due to different natures. Hold on, let me drop this notification. I'm live on YouTube. Come build with us. All right. We're going to talk about Cali. All right. And I got to get into the Jim Jones, Mace, Cameron, 50 thing too. I definitely got to get into that because, me being from the Bronx, Jim Jones from the Bronx originally, and then me being at Rockefeller, and me doing having TV shows in New York early, in public access and stuff. I've been around Cam and them. So I seen the evolution of Cameron, Jim Jones, turn to Dipset, Diplomats turn to Dipset and everything. So I have a very strong opinion on this one. So I'm live on YouTube, Instagram. Hit that link and you can build with us. We here. We waiting on y'all. Come through. Come build with the gods. I'm live on YouTube. Come build with us. Yeah, I almost forgot about the Cam and Mace thing. Before I get into the Cam and Mace thing and the LA thing, I just want to talk about something else that I think is very hilarious that I think y'all should some of y'all may have already seen it. I think I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Am I banned on TikTok? I think I am banned on TikTok from going live for a few days. Let me see. I'm back. All right, let's get it. I'm back. I'll go to Instagram a little later, but I like going live on TikTok. I'll be having thousands of people on there from TikTok. Shout out to everybody on TikTok all over the world. All right. Of course, my global YouTube community too. Shout out to y'all. Damn, I ain't grabbed nothing to drink. Yeah, could y'all bear with me for like 30 seconds while I'll grab me some bottle of water out the refrigerator? Just 30 seconds, please. All right. 1 second. I'm back. I went all the way and grabbed one water, knowing damn well I run through water. I run through water like Snoop run through weed. So, all right, we back in effect, y'all. Choke no joke. You already know. If you new here, I'm live on YouTube. All right. Choke no joke. Arthur D. Austin III is the channel. And please subscribe if you're going to come join us. It is linked in my bio for all y'all on TikTok. So shout out to everybody on TikTok. Jesse, what's good with you? All right, Eden Wall, stand up. I see you. All right. Low. All right. So let me get into it because we've been rocking for a few minutes. Guantanamala. What up to y'all? So it's a lot I want to get into, right? So let me just start with I don't know if any of y'all seen Angela had a episode of Lip Service, right? It was supposed to be with Bag Fuel, right? Shout out to Esso and Heineken. And I cannot fathom, I cannot understand how they doing the interview. And shout out to Esso saying it like, yeah, I ain't got as many subscribers as you, but I'm on the same platforms that you be doing. Right? But Heineken and Esso was doing an interview with Angela Yee and the other lady, I don't know her name. No disrespect, lady. I don't know your name. But they got ambushed by Mav Hoffa. Like, now Angela Yee says she didn't know that Mav Hoffa was just going to show up. I kind of want to doubt that because I don't know who else would have told them. And if Angela Yee did not fire the person that told him to pop up there, because that could have went way left. That could have went way left. We just seen that just happen at No Jumper, right? So they sitting there doing the interview, and this nigga just busts in the interview, right? And then joins the interview, and start addressing them publicly about the spat that they had, which they could have did that off camera and then agreed to do an interview and sit down and do an interview. Now, don't just ambush us and then be talking about, yo, man, y'all, what about the stuff y'all was saying? Yo, y'all niggas was lying. Whoa. Yo, that ain't, bro, that ain't cool. What is going on here? Like, and how you even know I wouldn't even want to be on camera with this dude? Like, let us talk about that off camera. You know what I'm saying? But don't ambush us, and then don't think that I'm going to say, yo, stop the cameras and all that other stuff because I'm scared or anything like that. But I would have been like, cut, get up, got up. No, nigga, you're not going to get no views off me. You're not going to, yo, if I wanted to do an interview with you, I would come sit in your goddamn shop and do the interview with you. Or I would invite you to come do me. Don't ambush me into an interview. Like, that shit could really go left. And Angela Yee is lucky that she was dealing with some civilized gentlemen and not no fly off the handle type of fellas where that could have got ugly. That could have really got ugly. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about, oh, she didn't know. Well, whoever knew need to be fired. Because Angela Yee, let's not forget the days of Hot 97. Let's not forget the days of what just happened the other day with the dude in a coma right now. Like, y'all ambushing like dudes in interviews. This is why I don't be rocking with these people. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody I'm coming there to do no interview for a nigga that I don't even rock with to come busting in, trying to address me over some stuff. And then you sitting there still calling me a liar. You still talking crazy. And now we doing this for her? They could have talked in the hallway as men. I don't know if it's a hallway or not, but they could have talked in the outside as men. If he came in there, he could have came in. They could have looked like, oh, word, y'all invited this nigga Mav out here. All right, cool. Let's finish our interview. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk to him everything. You let him walk in on the interview, Angela Yee. Walk in on their interview. This is their interview. They built their stuff up to get to the time to shine where they can come and sit down and get an interview with you. And you let some other nigga that they used to deal with, you know what I'm saying, come busting in on the interview. That's like New Edition doing the interview and Bobby Brown coming in after he left the group. Want to jump in their interview and shit. Like, nah, nigga, we made it to a point where we up here doing our interview. Now it look like a reunion? And we don't even rock with you like that? And y'all just let this dude just come bust up in our interview and want to address old issues. And we supposed to be cool with it. But if we stop the interview, we walk out, we look like suckers, or we look like we was scared, or this, that, and the other. No. You know what I'm saying? But still, you're not going to be using me and setting me up and using me. Like, that's crazy. Angelique, whoever, she said that she didn't know, whoever on her team that set that up is out of pocket. What if this nigga asshole would have just jumped up with a burner and just burnt this nigga in there? Like, you don't know what could have happened. You don't ambush people like that. And then they talking kind of crazy to each other, calling each other's liars. Yo, you still a liar. Like, if they didn't have the relationship that they had, it could have really got out of hand. What if that was the dude Champ and they did that? Angela Yee, your people out of pocket and you really need to fire somebody. You really need to fire somebody. Even the fact that they let that nigga walk in on your taping. Like, who you work for, Angela Yee, or are they working for you? You telling me if I came up there and sat up and doing the interview with you, any nigga could interrupt my goddamn interview and walk in and give me a bottle of liquor? He only gave you a bottle of liquor to make it look like he wasn't walking in on their interview. He supposed to held that liquor till you was finished recording your show, quiet on the set, the light is flashing, we are recording. A nigga that's some walk up in the middle of the show? When have you ever seen somebody walk up in the middle of the show on 106 in Park or Oprah? A nigga just come walking out of nowhere on Oprah and just sit on the couch and talking about, oh yeah, nigga, yeah. Like, where we at? What are we doing out here? And Angela Yee, who are you making feel safe to come on your show right now? You just let niggas walk in and you don't even check them. Yo, chill, we filming right now. Yeah, you can give me that bottle when I'm done taping. No disrespect, but I'm filming. This is their time. Just because you used to do a show with them, you don't come interrupt they show. You look like a stalker. You look like a stalker. That's stalker vibes. That is stalker vibes, bro. Word, them niggas, they gonna be on lip service today. Word, I'm going up there. Let's see if them niggas say something. Let's see if they do. Let's see if they bout that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the trap rapper, the rap trapper. You know what I'm saying? The smack rapper. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they say. I'm going up there. Angela Yee just saying that. Hi. These niggas, the nigga asshole like, word? Y'all really set us up? Like, y'all really set us up. Like, y'all really let this dude walk in on us like this? The nigga asshole, he's tight. He's tight. Like, yo, y'all let this dude come interrupt our interview. He tried to just keep talking. And he he tried to keep talking. This nigga start talking off camera. No, he don't supposed to interrupt the goddamn interview. When have you ever seen a nigga walk in the barbershop while they shooting, doing the interview, and the nigga just walk in like, yo, y'all cutting here? Yo, I need a cut. Yo, who cutting? Yo, you working? Have you ever seen that happen on his show? A nigga just walk in? She dead wrong for that. She dead wrong for that, bro. And if she had nothing to do with it, somebody need to be fired. Security need to be fired for letting that nigga walk in on the set. Her producers need to be fired for letting that nigga walk in on the set. Everybody need to be fired, bro. You don't ambush nobody like that. I bet you wouldn't have let a nigga ambush Mano like that. Mano probably have stole on somebody in there. Let that have been Mano in there and let one of these dudes that he didn't like, you know what I'm saying, come ambush him in there like that. Nigga he'd still be cursing her out. Angela Yee, you wrong. Your people, I'm not blaming you because I sat there and watched you say you didn't know. But whoever is behind that scenes that gave the schedule to them to tell them that they was going to be up there, and y'all allowed him to walk in on the set, whether they was cool or not. They could have been best friends. And he could have been a friend from long ago. He could have been goddamn Michael busting in on the Jacksons. I don't care. There's a protocol for certain things when it comes to business. And in their case, knowing that they not cool like that, why would you allow that? That could have really went bad, bro. I'm talking about, if you just tuned in, I'm talking about Angela Yee's lip service show had Esso and Heineken, former guys I used to work with to do Math Alpha, but they left and went on their own. They get a chance to finally shine, and then here this nigga come jumping on stage like Sun C, where Sticky and Fredro be doing shows. Like the nigga Sun C, he left Onyx, but random times he'd just pop up out of nowhere. The niggas be doing the show, he'd just pop up like he ain't lead a group and shit. That's Mav Alpha. That nigga, he's a stalker. He miss it. He like the nigga that got cut off by the girl and shit. And this nigga still got her shirt and be smelling it. That nigga, man, Alpha, he took they cushions from the seats they used to sit in and got them up on his wall in his house and shit. That nigga is a stalker. That nigga Math Alpha out here stalking niggas. That nigga, he missed some niggas. He said, "No, I miss y'all. I miss y'all. The show ain't the same, man. I don't know these niggas in the barbershop now, man. I even got a new girl, man. I don't know these people, man. I need y'all back, man. It ain't working without you, asshole. I miss you. I ain't again. That nigga is stalking, yo. That nigga is stalking. That shit was getting, it was killing him that he didn't get to get his he didn't get a response from them in face to face or camera. He had to ambush him. Yo, you got my head hurting, bro. Yo, man. Yo. Like, that's like Ice Cube showing up to an NWA show after he left. These niggas on Wendy Williams or High 97 off with Flex doing the interview. This nigga Ice Cube just come busting in the interview. Yo, Easy. What up, Easy? Hey, Drake. I miss you, Drake. Hey, Ray, you ain't, what up, love? You ain't. That nigga ambush these dudes, man. They don't want to play with you, man. Give them back their football, man. Hoffa, get out of here. Man, get a little nigga his ball, man. If I forgot that. Get a little nigga his ball, man. God damn, niggas don't want to play with you no more. Nigga, go home. Fuck out of here. Get out the playground, nigga. Hey, yo, he don't know how much of a stalker he looked like. They should be clowning the out of him, bro. And so Heineken, y'all need to go do a show tomorrow and talk about how this nigga stalking y'all. Y'all niggas taking a picture with Jim Jones and this nigga, he jumping in the bed. Now he done showed up to lip service. Man, bro. That's sad, man. Y'all got, take him back. So, go ahead, y'all take him back, man. Y'all can't see that man hurt. He need his friends back, man. He miss y'all, bro. You know, Jackson 5 ain't the same without Michael, man. He need y'all back, man. So y'all can do the robot. Get shit. And then he said they're trying to shit on their YouTube numbers. Nigga, you stalking them. You said you got 1 million subscribers, but you're stalking them with their little bitty subscribers. You're jumping in their interview, nigga. If you the big dog, why are you jumping in the little dude's interview, bro? Man, he played himself, bro. He played himself. He don't know how much of a stalk. He should have gave that bottle of liquor to them niggas instead of the Angela Yee. Because he got that look because of them. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who else was sitting in that room. He went in that room because they was there. He was supposed to give them that liquor or give them some back pay that they didn't get. That nigga, Matt Hoffa, I don't know if you know how much of a stalker you look like doing that, bro. Can Matt Hoffa, tell me how you would have felt if they walked in on you doing that interview. Would you have been that receptive? You probably would have wanted to fight. You probably would have wanted to fight. I don't even think you're mature enough to not wanted to fight. If they would have walked in on an interview on you like that, unexpected, somebody, because I'm sure y'all know the same people, and I'm sure they knew plenty of places that you were going to be, but they didn't do that. And you know, if they would have walked in unexpectedly with you would have jumped up to get ready to fight. You would have been mad, bro. You would have been mad if they did that to you, bro. You would have felt like they was chumping you, or whatever. You probably felt like you was chumping them while you know what I'm saying? But, brother, you ambushed the interview, bro. That shit, outside of all this hip hop shit, that was the most unprofessional thing you could have did, brother. All jokes aside, now I'm dead ass serious. That was very unprofessional. That was very dangerous. And you're going to have people, the corporate people, when they look at that, they're going to say he still has the nigga mentality. He still has the tough guy mentality. He's not ready to go corporate. That's how they're going to be looking at you. That you went and you one, disrupted a production, right? Angela Yee's supposed to be the owner of that. She said she had no knowledge of you coming there that day and doing that, right? So if she don't have the knowledge, if she didn't even have the knowledge that you was going to come there, you disrespected her as well, because you were supposed to give her the heads up, because that's her shit. Because if it would have went down, if something bad would have happened, you know who was getting sued? Angela Yee. Goddamn right. Because if it was me, I would have been suing her ass if something would have happened. Nothing personal. It's just business. It's like me riding in the car with her and we get into a fucking car accident. She gonna get mad at me if I sue the insurance company? It's the same difference. If something would have happened in there, she would have been held liable. And the fact that you didn't give her a heads up is intentional, because you know her information, I'm sure. And if whoever told you that they was going to be there and these people that let you in did not tell her, that was very unprofessional and very dangerous. And people better look at Angela Yee and understand that she don't have control over her situation. Because that could have really went bad. That could have really went bad. And I love Yee. That's my girl. But that really could have went really bad. And it goes to show you, she don't control the people that surround her. You know what I'm saying? That was some fucking Love and Hip Hop, Kim Osario, Mona Scott, ambush. That's the reality show ambush shit that they do. You sitting there, you doing the scene, and they not gonna tell you who gonna show up in your scene. That's that right there. Where you see motherfuckers start throwing chairs and throwing stuff at each other because the producers think it's cool to invite somebody that you got drama with to the set for the sake of shock value, for the sake of views. That wasn't cool, bro. And I'm just being real. That wasn't cool. I know I cracked a lot of jokes, you know what I'm saying? But for real, I mean, the stalker thing is that's stalker business. You don't like he can get in touch with Esso and Heineken if he really wanted to and be like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I heard y'all doing lip service. Yo, you know I rock with Yee too. Yo, how about I come up there and we kick it? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we can even, do the joint together and kick it and, and put our stuff behind us. That's how you do that. You don't do that. Angela Yee, she really owed. I'm not saying I don't know if she did or not, but she really owed them niggas an apology. and she should make it a public apology to let people know that that's not what she do. That's not her platform. That's not her angle in the business. And she should let really go public and be like, hey, I really had nothing to do with that. Woo, 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 woo. Whether she want to expose who did it or not, but she should really get out there and get in front of that and let people know, yo, if you come to my platform, you don't have to worry about getting ambushed like Esso Heineken did by Mav Hoffa. I had no knowledge of that, but I checked my team, and we will never have nothing like that happen again. Because I'll tell you, that could have really went bad, bro. That could have really went bad. And they still ain't resolved nothing because both Heineken and Esso, they stood 10 toes down on everything they said back then. And even myself, I spoke to the guy that that was trying to do the deal with them with the revolt thing, and they wasn't lying about that. They didn't lie about that because I even spoke to the guy. But at the time, Esso wanted me to tell everybody that I spoke to the person on the phone or whatever, and it was verified. But I told him, yo, you got to come up here and say it. You know what I'm saying? You could do it, but you got to speak for yourself. And that's the only reason why I never said it. I'm only saying it now because they still talking about it, and Esso didn't change his story. But I was on the phone with the dude, and he did verify what Esso was saying. But that's not here nor there. The point is that Angela Yee, you got to be careful, baby. You got to be careful, baby girl. You know I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like I love walnuts and pancakes, you know. But you got to be careful. Even though you didn't know, you better be checking. You better be checking your peoples, bro. That's what we call that is lining a nigga up. You just lined them up, or your peoples lined them up. You know what I'm saying? If he was coming there to do harm to them, and he told whoever it was, yo, it ain't gonna be nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing. Them niggas, yo, I just want to see them niggas. I just want to talk to them. Then whoa. He could have been coming up there and telling them that to blow their head off. He could have came up there to blow their head off. And your people allowed him to walk in and walk up there, and that shit could have happened. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. And you owe those men an apology. And I'm sure by now you already did it because I know your character. But yeah, that was dangerous. That did a little damage to your brand for people to see him walk in on them like that, and nobody stopped it. No security, no nothing. That you letting people know they not safe up there. Yeah, so all right, let me move on from that. Let me set this up because I want to talk about my brothers, Jimmy and Cameron. Now, if you've been paying attention more recently, Cameron did a interview with 50 Cent. And in that interview, they discussed the Dipset G Unit beef or the Cameron 50 beef, which I don't know how many of y'all know the backstory about that, right? Before, well, I'll just tell y'all about the beef. At the time, the majors were still doing their thing, but it was a company named Koch that was putting out independent projects. And, you know, dudes started going from getting 25 cents an album to getting like $5 an album, maybe. But they were making more than what they were making on the split in the majors, right? Dealing with these labels like Koch, right? So that was this dude, Alan Grunblack, and some other guys, right? They was originally, I think before they was Koch, they was Land Speed, right? They went from Land Speed to Koch to now they E1. I remember when they first was Land Speed, right? And but they built up, they started getting artists, and then they started getting the artists that was on the majors and leaving the majors, having deals on the majors. And when they got out their deal from the majors, they started going to these independent labels because instead of, like I said, getting pennies on the dollar, they would see a good percentage of the album sales. So if the album was $10, you could get anywhere from $6 to $8, depending on your situation, right? By the time Cameron started seeing success at Rockefeller was the time Land Speed turned to Koch, and they started moving good units, right? They wasn't doing platinum and gold like albums like that, but if you did do a gold album on them, it was a lot of money, way more money than you would get on the major label, right? So as Dipset was getting hot, individuals in Dipset started getting hot. Jim Jones, Hal Rell, 40 Cal, J.R. Ryder, Joel Santana, right? Everybody's getting hot. Now, Dame wasn't able to sign all of them, but was able to sign Joel's, right? So Joel's was able to get to the majors. The rest of them started going to Koch. Jim Jones, probably was the first one, I think, for them to do a deal on Koch. And like Duke the God, he had like a situation over there with the mixtapes. So when Jim Jones dropped on Koch and Ballin took off, he got paid because it was an independent label, and they getting those splits. So like I said, Koch became in Land Speed and Koch. Well, Koch at this time. Now a lot of artists is leaving the majors and going to Koch. So is now the perception when you looking at it is, oh, the guys that ain't on the majors no more, they go over to Koch. And, you know, it's like going from Hollywood to Tubi. You know what I'm saying? You was doing big ass movies in Hollywood. Now you're on Tubi. That's the equivalent of the majors and the indies, right? So 50 was on the radio and he was talking about artists leaving the majors and going to the indies. So he said, you know, the indies is the graveyard, meaning, you know, if you're not on the major no more, you going over to the graveyard. So he made that reference to artists that ain't on the majors no more. They on the independent, they in the graveyard. So Cam jumps out the goddamn window and calls up the radio station, taking offense to what 50 is saying, because he's calling Koch the graveyard. He not saying Cam and them is dead, and Cam ain't even on Koch. You know what I'm saying? Cam artist is on Koch, but Cam ain't on Koch, right? So Cam calls up the radio station, right, getting all emotional and shit, right? Thinking he talking about him, and 50's not really directing nothing at him. So Cam get on the call up the radio station. They put Cam on the line, on the air, and him and 50 having a conversation. Cam takes it a step further, being the emotional nigga that he is. Cam always been emotional. I don't care what nobody say. He got to know it. You know what I'm saying? He started acting all girlish and shit, going back and forth. You know how he do, talking to 50, and 50 like, damn, Cam, like, you don't want that smoke. Like, chill, Cam. Like, right? So he telling Cam, yo, Cam, I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just saying, you know, Koch, the Cam made it something, right? So Cam caught the Curtis drama, and he took an L going at it with 50, right? So what did 50 do? 50 pulled his henchman from him and had Jim and Jewels come over there. Now, I produced the episode of Rap City when Jim, it was 50's episode, but the surprise guest was Jim and Jewels. And that's when people first seen Jim and Jewels with 50, was on Rap City. And I produced that episode, right? And they may have came out on the show with him, but they definitely came out on Rap City with him. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. I seen it, right? So that put a dent in Cam's career, because his main guys, Jewels and Jim, they was the main ones in Dipset. Everybody else was an extension. You know, Jewels and Cam, outside of Freaky Zeke, you know, them four was the original, like, Dipset the diplomats or whatever. You know, I mean, I know the other ones was around like that, but these was the visual ones that everybody knew, right? Like that. So to see Cam and Jim in the heat of the beef with Cam and 50 go stand with 50, Cam lost the battle. It was like Yayo going over there with Dipset and giving 50 the middle finger. Like, that's what Jim and Jewels did. They went over there. Now, that hurt Jewels in a major way, because Cam shelved Jewels when he did that. When Cam when Jewels was trying to, you know, get off and do his own thing, and Cam went and release him or whatever, and then was kind of holding Jewels up. That's why after that beef, you didn't see, it took a while for Jewels to come out because Cam was holding the nigga up for going over there with 50. And I ain't gonna say it was sucker shit, but it was sucker shit, but it was part of the same sucker shit they did going over there standing next to 50. So you can't blame Cam, right? I ain't gonna free you to go make songs and talk shit about me, right? So that was the whole beef thing between Dipset and G. Well, between Cam and 50. It wasn't really no Dipset G unit. It was really Cam and 50. So after all that transpired and Jim and them, what you call it, Jim and Jewels got over there with 50, Dipset was never the same. Never the same again. Because Cam's an emotional nigga. He's never going to let that shit go. Right? And as you can see, they never was the same again. Even when they tried to get back later at that time, it didn't work. Even when they did the verses, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Can't come up there with Dan there with the beach chair. He wasn't serious. Their energy was there. That's why they got slaughtered in verses by the Locks. You know what I'm saying? Because their chemistry wasn't together, and they would never be the same after they did that with 50, because Cam never trusted them again after that. It was over, right? So going back to the beginning, like the birth of the Diplomats, before even the birth of the Diplomats, Jim Jones always been down with Cam, right? They was Batman and Robin after Mace and Cam broke up or stopped hanging with each other, whatever, however you want to talk about it. I've always known Jim Jones to always hold Cameron down. You know what I'm saying? Cameron never was a tough guy. I'm not dissing him. I'm not saying he was a sucker, but he was never the nigga to be getting his hands dirty. It was always Jim in the fights. It was always Jim team in the fights, in the trenches, in the scuffles. They protected Cam. They made sure they protected Cam any way they could. Cam didn't protect Cam. They protected Cam. And Jim that's why Jim name is Capo, because he took on that role as to be the enforcer for the group to make sure Cam popped. You know, so ain't nobody can tell me different. I've seen Jim allegedly be the muscle for Cam through his gang affiliation, right? So when Cam was beefing with Mace, Jim was just riding with Cam. He was protecting Cam as he did with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I even think that he True Life beef with Jim Jones is because Jim was protecting Cam. I think True Life I think that started with Cam. And I think that may have started because True Life probably was, riding for Jay at the time or whatever. But I remember that's why Cam stopped messing with Big Joe, because of True Life. True Life walked up on Cam. Who else was there? Ed Lover was there. And True Life walked up and he told Big Joe, yo, you make a move, my man gonna pop your top. and stuff. And Joe, he couldn't move. What he was gonna do? Get shot in the head for Cam and shit. And True Life punched Cam in the face. And Cam looked for Joe to do something. Joe didn't do nothing. Cam ain't do nothing. And being that Joe ain't do nothing, Cam stopped fucking with Joe. But I believe after that, that's when True Life probably got into it with Jim, because Jim is the capo. He's supposed to be the enforcer. So he inherited that beef for Cam, if I remember it right. But here's the thing. Jim rode on Mace for Cam, right? Nothing happened between Jim and Mace, right? And rightfully so. That he was right. He did that with whoever Cam had a problem with. Jim was riding, and motherfucking Cam had a beef with his mother. Jim was riding. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. He took that role on his goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Cam told him to, but he damn sure didn't stop the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he understood that was his role. You know what I'm saying? But then it became a time. And I watched this all. Like I tell you, I've been shooting Cam since SDE. I think he might even had a joint before that when I was interviewing. Didn't he have another Confessions of Fire? Like, I've been interviewing this nigga in the club for dumb long, right? SDE is when it was already Dipset. The Diplomats was already around during SDE, that album, Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment. Confessions of Fire is Mace era. SDE is when Jim became what Mace was, not even on the rap tip, but just, you know, how you saw Cam and Mace, you saw Jim and Cam. So after SDE, you know, started taking off, he had a joint on that album, What Mean the World to You, that was like a hit record. I would say it was popping, right? Jim is already a blood at this time. They running around with all that dumbass blood shit in New York. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but that shit caused a lot of ignorance and young niggas to go to jail, kill, and some more shit, right? And they all the same color and be killing each other. So I don't get that, right? By the time the SDE come out, I want to say Jim probably started rapping around then. But he wasn't a threat to Cam, right? Because Cam was a star. By Rockefeller, Jim is really, he really starting to really go in the studio and record, outside of Dipset. And, he really thinking, I can do this, right? And I'm watching him, right? Same time Jim doing shit, I'm still doing shit, right? Recording music, but we still running around with this Rockefeller shit. But that's how I wound up ending battling Kanye in Quad Studio, right? Because we still doing the rap shit while we still doing this, right? And it started clicking for Jim. Jim starts dropping these mixtapes, and he jumping on the Diplomat mixtapes. But now, Jim is we starting to feel Jim. Okay. We traveling around the world and shit, but we listening to Jim's joints, and we like, okay, Jimmy, he got some. Then, I think it was like it might have been the summer in Miami. That's when we knew Jim really, all right, Jim is coming into his own. Now, at the same time, Cam is going from, you know, being happy for the nigga to now being fearful of Jim's success. And then the fear is starting to turn into jealousy, right? I watched it. Y'all know me. I'm the nigga on the camera. I'm just watching. Then it happens. Balling. Then it happens. Jim Jones album release party. I'll never forget it. Then this is when I knew it was going to be a problem in Dipset. Cam was used to being the star. Jim became the star for Dipset when Ballin' dropped. He was gone, right? Cam had a lot of hit records, but I don't think Cam had a record bigger than Ballin'. I might be wrong, but the impact Ballin' had, I don't remember a Cameron record. Cam has a lot of big records. Old Boy, a lot of big records. But I don't think Cameron had a record big as Ballin'. For, you know, now Ballin' didn't stand the test of time. But in that era, at that time, it was nothing. Like everybody's ballin'. Like that's all. Like it was the biggest thing. Right? It was a big record. It was a big record. Right? And I remember we was at that Diary of a, what was it? Diary of a Summer. What the name was that album? Jim Jones' first album. No, the first album I think was something about church. Then it was the Diary, Dear Summer, some. Let me look it up. Harlem, Diary of a Summer. Yeah, Diary of a Summer. Right? Yeah. So On My Way to Church was the first album. That was the one with the Certified Gangsters and all that joint where he was a fake Eazy-E. Like, you know, I know Jim that grew into the blood thing and New York grew into the blood thing. But when Jim was first doing the blood thing, it was a goddamn, it was so CB4, you know, it was so imitating LA to the fullest. It was damn near a joke, right? But as we can see, that West Coast influence has spilled all over the world. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas done copied that shit, right? And, you know, it wasn't, in my opinion, copying that gangster gangbanging lifestyle just added more destruction to the music industry and to the streets and in the jails. You know what I'm saying? Because they imitated something that they saw in movies and shit, and they glorified it. Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, this, that, and other. A lot of these dudes never even been to California, but them movies, Colors, all them shits made niggas, they wanted to be fucking Old Dog. Niggas wanted to be Old Dog and Kane. right? Niggas wanted to be Doughboy. Niggas wanted to be MCA. They seen them niggas in the movies and they thought it was so cool. Niggas seen them niggas throwing hand signs and shit. They want to be able to throw hand signs. And the influence of those movies and the NWAs and all that other shit caused a lot of destruction. It's as much as destruction as crack did. You know, you can sit there and deny it if you want, but you're not gonna tell me it wasn't Bloods in New York that never been to goddamn California, never seen Compton in their goddamn life, never seen the 60s, never seen Crenshaw Avenue, never fucking been on a plane for the most part, and was influenced by a movie. You're not going to tell me that those movies didn't make people in other cities copy them. Niggas is still gangbanging today. Niggas is still claiming gangs. You had dudes like Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Soulja Boy. Like, we seen them grow up in the music. In some way or another, they became some niggas that got jumped in or murdered something or sold drugs after we done seen these niggas their whole career. And at some point, they became a part of some goddamn neighborhood they didn't even grow up in. But to each his own, right? But all I'm just telling you is, outside of Chicago gangs, maybe St. Louis, California is probably the most influential culture outside of hip hop when it comes to influence in our people. Now, getting back to Jim and getting back to Jim Jones' album release party for Harlem, the Summer of a Diary or whatever it was, right? That's when I knew Dipset was over, because I never forget Cam's face. Cam was jealous. Cam was jealous of the success that Jim got around that ball of time. And it's human. That's just human nature. I'm not saying he was hating on a nigga in any way, but was he jealous that he wasn't the guy no more? Hell yeah. And you seen it all in his face. We was at the album release party. Cam was on this side of the party, and Jim was over there, over in the back, and everybody was on Jim. It was all about Jim. And I'm sitting there watching Cam. He over there by himself. Ain't nobody paying that nigga no mind. Of course, he got acknowledged, but everybody's all over Jim. And I'm watching Cam, and he's watching Jim from across the room. And I'm seeing the saltiness look in his face. Like, damn, I shit. That's why I want for dudes like Jay-Z. They not helping niggas, because they don't want somebody to come in, a young Chris or somebody to come in. They put them on and nigga Drake them and elevate above them. That's what Jim Jones did to Cameron for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Cameron ever got back above Jim musically wise. I don't think Cam had another big hit after Jim had Ballin'. Am I right about that? Ballin' was what, 2005? Yeah, Rockefeller was over in 2005. Yeah, well, 2005, I was already at Rap City. Cam had a couple of records after that. Touch It or Not. Um, yeah, but I you know what? Let me see. What's Cam's last album? Let me see. Oh no, Purple Haze was 2004. So yeah, so Jim did after that. Yeah, so Cam didn't, in my opinion, Killer Season, that came out 2006. I don't remember a record off of Killer Season that was Leave You Alone, We Make Change, Wet Wipes. He Tried to Play Me, Living a Lie, Touch It or Not. Yeah, I would say Get 'Em Daddy. Yeah, I would say Cam. Yeah, Cam last good album was Killer Season. Touch It or Not, Wet Wipes, um, Living a Lie. But like I said, none of those records was bigger than Ballin'. So I think Cam didn't have Leave You Alone. He had joints, but he didn't have a top 100 Billboard record out of any of these records. Get 'Em Daddy. He still had joints on the album After Jim, but nah, that was 2007. He dropped Public Enemy. Yeah, see, there ain't nothing on that album, on that Public Enemy album, that was bigger than Ballin'. So it's like after Ballin', when he dropped Crime Pays in 2009. What was on that? Nothing bigger than Ballin'. Yeah, so Killer Season was like Cam's last really hot joint. And Ballin', that ran for a couple of years. So that ran into the 2006. Wait, you know what? I might be wrong. Let me see. No, Ballin' came in after. Ballin' came in 2006. So Cam last hot album with Touch It or Not. Yeah, I was right. So yeah, Jim Jones, he dropped in 2006, and that was it. I seen the in 2005. I seen the Jealousy and shit, but 2006, that was it. When that Ballin' dropped, and like I seen the animosity building at Rockefeller a little bit, because I remember me and Cam had an argument because it was me, Hell Rel, this nigga, what's my nigga name from Ohio? Damn, what's his name? Begin with an M. damn, what's this nigga name, man? I can show you. I'm in the video. But anyway, we was all in the trailer. And I was listening to Jim Jones mixtape. We was on the set of Killer Season, right? And damn, what the this nigga name is right on the tip of my tongue. Boss. We was on the trailer. I was listening to Jim Jones mixtape. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it had like Certified Gangster was on this mixtape. It was some other joint, but it was hot. And I was sitting there like giving Jim props. And this nigga Cam got mad. The nigga got mad because it was me and Hellrell. I think we was both talking about it or whatever. And me and Cam started getting into an argument. And then it got real heated. And I think the little nigga name is Mel or not Mel Matrix. Damn, I can't think of his name right now. And shit, Cam know what the hell I'm talking about. But me and Cam started getting heated between me and Cam because he mad at me because I'm bigging up Jim, right? And I would think that he would be, happy for Jim. But then that's when I started seeing the animosity when Jim started really getting, like his shit started clicking, right? So me and Cam, we beefing or whatever, and then his man jump in and start defending Cam and shit. And then me and him got into it. You know what I'm saying? Then we said our words, whatever, and calmed down. And then they went and started doing the scenes where they were shooting, doing the shootout scene in Killer Season. And I was over there, but I ain't had no earplugs, right? So I'm over there like this, like covering my ears because the shit is loud, right? And them niggas shooting fake guns, and this man's like, yeah, I love it. I love it. But the moral of the story is I seen the animosity in Cam building up. You know what I'm saying? Of Jim becoming popular and then Jim surpassing him as an artist, at least on the Billboard charts at the time. He felt the way about it. And then the nigga Jim turns around and go over there with 50, really made Cam feel away. So it was already over between them after that. I tell you, Shelf Jewels, him and Jim, it was over for a long, long time. But I won't lie. I never seen Jim act jealous towards Cam. He always, even though Cam was his equal, he always played like the underboss. You know what I'm saying? He made Cam he put Cam on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? When he was his equal, that was his man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Cam was rich when he met Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? They grinded together and came up together. You know what I'm saying? Cam may have, had, a situation in the music before Jim Jones, but Cameron wasn't no millionaire, super rich ass nigga when he met Jim Jones. No, they grinded together. They came up together. You know what I'm saying? And Cam went and made it as far as he did without the set. He had protection. He had creative help. I'm not saying nobody was writing his shit, but the energy of being around each other and stuff, that creates a great ass project. You know what I'm saying? Look at The Chronic. That's from a whole bunch of creative minds being together and everybody contributing little pieces to it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've known these dudes forever. Like I got old stuff with Cam and clubs like Float interviews with him and Float, like way back. But I could show you them. Let me show you. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. I got. Oh boy, like I'll show you a lot of interactions with these dudes. Let me show y'all. Just like it is crazy to see people go from one.
Yo, what's the name? Give me my stuff. I got all this stuff. You gonna be like in the city. Business, man. Oh, here, real quick. John, you all set down the John. I'm setting you up. Freaky Ziggy, come in. Foreign diplomat, Ziggy. It's Freaky Ziggy. That's
Mo, did you get a picture of all of them, Mo?
yeah.
The Freaky Ziggy
This week and get back. I get back on Thursday too.
Oh, y'all want to see Instagram? I mean TikTok. Hold on.
Crazy array I want you to do.
I did it already.
All right. Hold on. Shot, you get more shot more can. You gotta shoot the same time. The medallions real quick. All right, baby. Love, thank you. All right, baby. Yo, we need to hook up too, dog. Word up. I was checking his number. Got it going on, bro. Come on. I started Kid, it's good, my nigga. It's good. It's good. Cheese. Oh, you all over, huh? He on tour. Yeah,
I don't know. I can't get it TikTok for y'all to see it. Y'all gonna have to join me on my Instagram. I mean on my YouTube. Flip the camera, man. Oh, there we go.
Everybody over here? Shay, where you at? Everybody look over here?
Right over here?
One more.
Right here, get out of here.
Probably, baby, everything good? You already know. I'm styling my nigga. I gotta get out of here. I can't breathe in this spot. What up, son? You chilling?
Good. What's good, my nigga? Good?
You know you gotta holler for the album over, man. So you see me, yeah,
What's good? Yeah, for sure.
Y'all can speak in the Fox.
Good, how you? Good?
Yeah, man. Right.
You all right? Yes. What's up, Joelle?
I want to give a rest in peace to Fox from MOP. That lady y'all seen, Fox passed away recently, man. Rest in peace, Fox. We love you, Fox.
Yo, kid, can I get you a can? Come through real quick. Just one shot.
On my Instagram, I mean on my YouTube.
Let me get a shot real quick.
Yo, kid, what up? Big ass.
Let me get this shot real quick. Let me get the shot real quick. Right here. Get the shot. Get the shot.
Let's see this shit or something, man.
Look at that. Another one right here, guys. No? Hey.
You start the show yet?
Say no more.
Ready?
I lived a good ass life, boy. When I look back at it, and all these niggas be trying to front like they don't know me, and all the marketing and promotion and video promotion they got for me, shooting they got them self all over the world in different countries, people seeing my content. Yeah. But yeah, it sucks to see Cam and them like that, man. I seen them niggas go from nothing to them doing stuff like this.
I'm from the other side where brothers die, we don't talk. We put up and ride, put up high, but we don't want too much shit. We cop high, but the price in New York's too much. You get locked for the pie, sitting up and call the daughter of some shit. Bitches subject man, and freak you and rival. With your phone, just a piece of the novel. Rich with bullshit. Pull up 2 3s in a Tahoe. Hopped out with 2 G's in the goggles. Security bitch. Up the hill, man, that's little DR. Back in the east, that's little VR. Cop cars, Papa Willis, y'all.
That was our Rockefeller days right there. Niggas had an in-store at H&V. I go running up there with the camera. These niggas, instead of showing up to the in-store, they come riding down the street, throwing money off the thing, thinking them they ain't paid in full or something. Niggas got charged. They got a ticket like a motherfucker for that. Niggas got a fine for that. I did this right here. This little Dipset movie for the Source Awards. Me and Jim Jones did this. I did the editing. He shot it.
Our next performers have brought Harlem back in a big way with their hits "Oh Boy" and the Dipset anthem.
Please welcome the only dog that can wear pink and keep it gangster, Cameron and the Diplomat Crew.
Not ready. That's my word, killer. These peanut butter and jelly-faced dudes out there is wailing right now.
They talking about you ain't nice. They talking about killing with all this pain. The dudes outside, they hating. I think they talking about they wanted with Dipset.
Yo, then check them.
He coming to tell you right now. What's good?
Yo, Habibi, you got that?
Habibi ain't got nothing.
Habibi got it. I'm right back. I want the paint.
This is the rehearsal for the Source Awards. I filmed that too. I ain't gonna play it because it's damn music. But this was the rehearsal. This ain't the actual show. You know what I'm saying? And I remember this day, man. Us all riding together in the limousine to the show. Now it's like now he came back with Mace, and all these days is a null and void. It's crazy. They went on tour. Damn, where's the joint with them in the limo? Where's that limo joint at? Yeah, where is it? I got so much content on this one. Damn, where the hell is it? Yeah, wait. Oh, there's one more thing I got to get into. I can't find what I was looking for. These fires. These fires, these fires, these fires, these fires, these fires, bro. That's what I want to talk about. Now, these fires in California. I don't know how many of y'all familiar with the Bible, you know, things that go on in the Bible. When you start looking at all this stuff, right? A lot of people don't feel like these fires are just natural disasters or, you know, from global warming or anything. There's a lot of people out here that's thinking that these fires are being set deliberately. Could that be? Dream with Melody. Melody, what up? Brian's memory fight, what up? Now, unless you've been under a rock somewhere, you haven't been paying attention to the news and what's going on in California, where there are tons and tons and acres on fire right now. You know what I'm saying? From Pasadena down to now, it's hitting Studio City. I just would like to say, people, please, man, if you in California, I know a lot of y'all don't want to leave y'all stuff. You know, please, your life is worth more than anything you got in your house. Citizen Man TV fires are 100% deliberate. They want to build a smart city there in 2028. I wouldn't be surprised. That, you know, that's what I say, real estate rebuilds. Like 2025, y'all, I'm telling y'all, is going to be the reset, the reborn. You know what I'm saying? In Supreme Mathematics, 2025 is all being born and born. This is a reborn, a rebirth, a destroy and rebuild. However you want to look at it. You know, this is why they getting rid of all these goddamn wealthy people, because they don't want them to be able to help the poor people in this recess. Oh my God, look at that. Topanga Road, Fire Road. Look at all these places that's on. Sheesh. Lord have mercy. Yeah, we got to pray for these people, man. This is horrible. Let's see.
Done. It's terrifying. There's no water north of Woodbury. Everything in this neighborhood, Altadena is not existing right now.
This area is a total loss.
I'm scared. She says my daughter is scary.
We had to evacuate. There's a fire nearby.
It's really a crazy night.
Good morning now, and welcome to Fox 11 News. We are continuing our live coverage at 1 o'clock in the morning. So often, if you join us at 1 o'clock in the morning here on Fox 11, we rerun an episode of our Fox 11 News at 10 with myself and Christine Devine. Tonight, we
think about it, and it's something that I'm more used to than most of the people watching, is usually you'd see lights on down there. You'd see a lot of like what you're seeing in the foreground right here out towards the Palisades area. All that is off, probably due to the power being out, but the wires down and etc. So it is a very eerie situation. And of course, that devastation, thousands of homes, or at least 1,000 homes burned. That is, it's quote unquote apocalyptic. And as when the sun starts to rise and the smoke is not going to be there, hopefully we're going to get some pictures of that as well.
Stu, we actually just got another evacuation order in. This is for the Sunset Mesa area. The order is to leave now. Now, obviously, you know, it shouldn't have to be said how important it is to listen to these orders and get your family to safety. Stu, I just, you know, I think what's great about our team here is so many people here have been here and been able to see so much, you know, history in our area when it comes to tragedies, unfortunately. But can you talk to me a little bit about the differences? Because I'm hearing so many people say, you know, this is the worst they've ever seen. And this is obviously the worst I've ever seen. But that's easy for me to say. I'm still, I think, fairly new to Los Angeles.
You know what, Brooke, as far as the worst I've ever seen, in the 90s, we did have a couple of fires out here in the Malibu area. I wasn't in the helicopter. I was down on the ground, and those were pretty devastating. I can't really quote. I mean, I don't really honestly remember because at that time, it was more about the breaking part of the news for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know the number of structures that were destroyed, but it was very devastating. It was a huge deal out here as those flames ripped through the Malibu area. It was almost the same type of situation. We had those high winds, and it was definitely moving along. I'm looking at the Mandeville Fire Road right there, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, these flames have actually made it over to the Mandeville Canyon area. So this is actually still moving towards the south, or moving towards the 405 freeway. You know, when I say these things, I'm saying the general direction of. I'm not saying it is encroaching onto the freeway, but it just gives you an idea of the, you know, we're talking about 17,000 plus acres. That is quite a lot of area to be burned. But again, it's still moving right now, making its way kind of southward. That seems to be the big portion of it. And then again, when we look way up over here, we've got a couple of hot spots. But I know that these in the distance out here, right by that shoreline, or what in this area right there, oh no, that is going to be vegetation. That is not homes. So yeah, there's still a lot of active fire out there in the Palisades area. And as far as history goes, you know, we haven't seen something like this in a long time, and I've definitely never seen neighborhoods like that Palisades neighborhood just being completely wiped out. I have yet to see something like that in the Southern California area.
Right. I mean, to give you perspective, just looking at
For me, you know, when you think about some of these iconic spots, when you know you hear Sunset Boulevard, Chautauqua, or the Palisades, and the images of even the Palisades Village, many of that has been burned to the ground. The Reel Inn and the spots along Pacific Coast Highway that we enjoy and drive all the time are completely burned down. It's just got to be surreal for you.
Yeah, for all of us. And, you know, I'm sure you're getting tons of calls from people. Are you safe? Is your home damaged?
Right.
Are you in the fire zone? We're all getting 1,000,001 texts. So I appreciate the chance to speak with you all and to let my friends and family know that my home is safe now, but it is in a fire zone with warnings to possibly evacuate. You've got these stronger winds coming this afternoon. So my husband is there on standby. And being away, Bob, I'm visualizing all the things that I would need to have him quickly pack up. Right. Insurance papers, those photo albums that are irreplaceable. I'm working on Brazil Family Matters. I want that bin because I just found my father this year. That is irreplaceable to lose the Brazil stuff that I've gathered over the past year. It's just things like that you think of that if they're gone. And, you know, the advice on the WhatsApp in my neighborhood was to go through your house, videotape as much as you can, the layout of your house, the valuables that you might have to leave behind. And I can tell people that you mentioned the different locations about connecting with donations, et cetera. If you're on your community apps, like I have a WhatsApp group in my neighborhood, and we're connecting literally every few minutes that way with who's doing what and who has what, who knows what. But you mentioned places that are iconic. Moon Shadows. I went to Moon Shadows as a bucket list thing to do on PCH.
Yeah.
Gelson's. I have a memory of the Gelson's there. My husband went to take a meal, a Thanksgiving meal, to a man who was unhoused on the street there by the Gelsons. So we have these memories. I had a boyfriend in my early days. His mother owned the card shop right there on PCH. So a lot of us have memories of these areas in a great way.
Everybody is impacted in some way. And yes, we are also all getting those calls. And, you know, we're thinking of you too, Christine, and we will look forward to your return here. We've got a shot here that Jeff, our director, put up here of Moon Shadows, which, yeah, it's like iconic, just an iconic restaurant and bar there along PCH. We all love it.
Most people have no clue that in
Well, isn't that special? How convenient, where they're spending subpoenas and warrants now. They had to evacuate. That's on some Dipset. Yeah. Several things. People thinking, you know, maybe Puffy telling on the whole Hollywood, so they gonna burn it down. A lot of people feel that it is God coming to cleanse all the evils of LA, the Los Angeles. He's coming to burn them out, like humble them, right? And, you know, with all this sex changing and women want to be, the women being trans men and men being trans women and all that stuff going on, and all this sodomizing accusations and stuff that's going on that's coming out here. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Bible and the thing called Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. But if you are not, it's Genesis 19, right? If you don't know what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, let me school you, because this is what we're looking at right now. The two angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. My lords, he said, please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night and then go on your way in the morning. No, they answered, we will spend the night in the square. But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. He prepared the meal for them, breaking bread without yeast, and they ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called to Lot, Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we can have sex with them. Sound like the entertainment industry to you yet? Yeah. Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind them and said, no, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do what you want and like with them. But don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof. Get out the way. They replied. I was getting ready to give them names. I ain't going to do that. That'd be foul. This is the Bible. I got to remember. This fellow came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to play the judge. We'll treat you worse than them. They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. These are sodomites, right? In the Bible. But the men inside reached out and pulled the Lot back into the house and shut the door. Boom. Then they stuck the men who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness so that they could not find the door. The 2 men said to Lot, do you have anyone else here? Sons-in-laws, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place. The outcry to the Lord against its people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law who were pledging to marry his daughters. He said, hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city. But his sons-in-laws thought he was joking. With the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, hurry, take your wife and your daughters who are here, or you will be swept away in the city when the city is punished. When he hesitated, the men grasped his hand and the hands of his wife and of his 2 daughters and led them safely out of the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, flee for your lives. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. But Lot said to them, no, my lords, please. Your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life. But I cannot flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me, and I'll die. Look, here is a town near enough to run to, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared. He said to him, very well, I will grant this request too. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it. That is why the town was called Zor. By the time Lot reached Zor, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens, thus to overthrow those cities and the entire plain, to destroy all those living in the cities, and also the vegetation in the land, as you just seen that they said in that news clip. There's no houses over there. It's just vegetation, right? Same thing, right? It's biblical. And also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. So don't look back. Just run, go, and don't look back. She looked back, ashes. Early in the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down towards Sodom and Gomorrah, toward all the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land, as we see today, like smoke from a furnace, as we see today. So when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe that overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. To make a long story short, these motherfuckers was being wicked, and God burnt it down. We all know, Lord, I'm not saying people that live in LA, don't get it twisted, but we know Hollywood is the place that is of LA. We know how wicked it is. All those predominantly that's in the industry that have sold a soul to the devil or Satan or Lucifer or the Baphomet or whatever you want to call it, predominantly dwell in those areas, right? Is where all the craziness go on. At some point, we always heard of Sodom and Gomorrah, and we always made reference to the industry in Hollywood is Sodom and Gomorrah, right? These men in the industry, Sodom and Gomorrah, because what all they want to do is sleep with you, and now we know that they drugging men and women and sleeping with them for they sick pleasure or whatever, and us being within this whole spiritual thing and us dealing with those people that sold their soul to the devil, whether you choose to believe it or not, and they don't think that people only out here worshiping God or Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying, and don't think that there are people out here that worship evil. You're crazy, right? So you want to go through that whole thing, but as you can see, Sodom and Gomorrah explained, whatever version of the Bible you're reading, what you reading, we are actually goddamn seeing, right? Because if I go when you look at the visual, right? Jesus Christ, look at all that. Lord have mercy. Our prayers go out to y'all, Cali. But when you look at that's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of land, right? Now, when you look at these visuals, and I'm reading from the Bible, by the time Lot reached Zor, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities in the entire plain, destroying all those living cities and also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back and she became a pillar of salt, right? So when you're looking at these visuals and you listen to you reading the Bible, it was early the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he once stood before the Lord. He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, toward all the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land like smoke from a furnace. Is that not what we looking at right now, bro? Is that not what we looking at? Man. I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. My people, if you in LA, pack up the stuff that you feel like you really need. If you got somewhere else to go, pack up your stuff and go there. Let all this go away and then come back. Don't be this close. If you're that close to the fire and you're thinking it's not going to be you, or they tell you they going to contain it, this, that, and F all that. Don't take the chance. Grab whatever valuables you have, anything that you feel like you would really need. You know what I'm saying? And grab your stuff and go. You can always come back. If nothing happens, then hey, you ain't got to worry about nothing. But if your house gets burnt down, or it gets to the point where it starts getting to the point where you trying to get out of there last minute and the highways is jammed up, this, that, and other, we might see, God forbid, knock on wood, people in their cars stuck in traffic jams, and the fire just might reach the streets. Like, get out of there, bro. Check out LA Smart City 2028. I'm going to do that so you can stop goddamn putting it in the chat. They already got faxes coming up saying, no, California wildfires weren't deliberately set to build smart cities for UN's 2030 agenda. So if you tell me to look that up for that, then they're already out there debunking that. But I do see it is on the city of Los Angeles.gov website. Technology for a better Los Angeles, Smart LA 2028. All right, I'm going to have to read that on my own time. I see it. Oh, this is 54 pages. I'm going to have to come back to that. But I see it, Smart LA 2028. If anybody want to look that up, I'll look into that in a minute. But let's just keep LA in our prayers. If you got people out there, check on them periodically. Keep reaching out to them, encourage them to get the hell out of there. Ain't nothing to be there for. You know what I'm saying? Don't you go in a minute, you mess around, you're not going to have power. You know what I'm saying? If you're in LA in certain parts, you might not have water. So don't, please, people. If you got somewhere else to go, please, man, please. This is the apocalypse. We in the movie that we watched 30 years ago. This is it, bro. This is it. This is the movie we watched 30 years ago with the world tragedies and the apocalypse and all that shit. This is it. This is it now. You're living in it. And if you think you're not paying attention. So let me tell you this. And please, if you didn't take nothing in that I said tonight, and if you just got here late, you came at the right time. Listen to me when I tell you this. Right? Hear me out. That go for you too in TikTok. If there is something that you always wanted to do, if there's something that you always wanted to do, now is the time. If these visuals ain't showing you something, then you're not paying attention. You thinking that your poop don't stink, right? So all the people right now that's burnt out of their neighborhoods in all those different places, those rich people that now they talk about they don't have fire insurance in California, that's effed up, bro. All them years these people paid money for insurance. Now y'all telling me the fire they don't cover fire? They not getting a dime back for a car, a house, a light bulb, a video game, a TV. Their insurance ain't covering nothing. So trust me when I'm telling you. It ain't no telling what's going to happen after this. This is the beginning. Live your life to the fullest. If you had a book you wanted to write it right now. If you wanted to go do anything, do it now. Right? Because if we all gonna go, you might as well go and have the best time of your life. If you sitting around bullshitting with your life right now and you seeing this going on and you bullshitting with your life right now and you're not living your dreams, you're not doing the things that you wanted to do, you may not be able to get that opportunity. Let this fire put a fire under your ass and get you up to understand where we are about to go. This spiritual war is set. We could be under attack and don't even know it. This could be some goddamn internal terrorist attack, domestic attack. We don't know. But I tell you one thing, everything that I ever wanted to do, I'm getting it done. I just went and bought me a new goddamn dry erase board because all of the stuff that's in my head, I'm putting it on here. So I can do it and check it off, 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 check it off. Get motivated. If you ain't got one of these, get you one of these. Right? And every day, put something on there to do. Put all your projects you want to do and everything on there. Get motivated, get focused. Stop bull-assing with your life. This ain't the time. I guarantee you, y'all gonna see me crank out more stuff this year than you ever did. I'm getting ready to shoot a new movie. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done a movie since Cold Blue. I'm shooting a movie this year. You know what I'm saying? I for those who live in the A, that's local, that want to be in it, I'll let y'all know when I'm doing the casting and I'll be putting out the casting information. But I'm not bullshitting no more. Y'all getting ready to see me go elevate to the next level because we don't know, man. This may be it. This may be it. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, it's not. But I guarantee you, when I look up, that I'm not going to be sitting in the same place. Oh, I just seen a body count number. Oh, 5 dead. Shouldn't be none dead, but that's not a lot for now. But they can't get to everybody to know if, you know, animals, people. It might be people in places that they, you know, we don't even know. It could have been people in the houses that didn't get out. Man, listen. Get up. Put a strategy together. Put a plan together. Put all your ideas together so you can see them every day and start attacking them. Start executing. Start executing. Start executing. I promise you, y'all going to see a different me. I even went, and y'all know I work out. I went and got a trainer because I want somebody to push me even harder than I push myself. And y'all see me work out all the time. I went and got a trainer. I also went and got a trainer because when we do that cruise, I'm going to make sure I'm right at the pool at the cruise. If you want to join the Choke No Joke Virgin Voyages cruise, hit me up, chokenojoke@gmail.com. Shout out to everybody that went and you know, when they purchased the cruise for April 6th to the 11th. If you want the link to join our crew, hit me up, chokenojoke@gmail.com, or you can DM me right here on Instagram at Real Choke No Joke, or DM me on X. You know what I mean? Or Twitter, if you still call it Twitter. You know, ask me for the information. I got you. We leaving out of Miami, going to Mexico, Bahamas. You know what I mean? But come join me. Come have fun. Couples, you know, to the fellas, bring wifey. Wifey, treat your husband. Aries, Pisces, Taurus, Geminis, you know what I mean? Y'all all in the 4-month apart, so you can be either post-birthday or pre-birthday, you know what I mean, like me. But come get on the cruise with us, man. There's a lot of people that's going to be there. There's a lot of women putting girls groups together, putting the girls trip together. Come hang out with us. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we're going to take another trip later on. But Choke No Joke, man. Y'all know what it is. I will catch up with y'all tomorrow. Keep your prayers up for Cali. Keep encouraging your people to get the hell out of there, and they can come back when it's all over. But it's Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And it may be that God is, you know, cleaning house, resetting it, or these devils is out here setting fires deliberately, one or the other. Y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Hit the like before you go. Thanks for the donations. Rand Dub, you sent me a cash app about something. I didn't get to read it, but thank you for the donation. I'm pretty much sure I covered it. But if not, when I check it, I'll address it tomorrow. All right, but I always appreciate your support. Choke No Joke. We out. One. Get that Tunnel documentary out right now.
My man had to come through.
Tubi, Amazon
Make
Prime,
sure it went through.
Apple TV,
Y'all niggas is in trouble.
Cluster.
Choke No Joke. I ain't no joke, the mixtape.
Stash Movies
We
on
here
YouTube.
now. You already know.
One.
Let's go. Choke chillin', got away from them billin'. Ain't shit really changed though, I'm still that villain. I'm making money with rhyme, fuck black on black crime. Beef and money don't mix, like Muslims and swine. I'm talking milk, penicillin, y'all be illin'. Y'all be thinking y'all killers, with your screw face grillin'. Kick that bullshit to me, y'all be wet though like Bruce Lee. And Brandon and Hearst on the highway to heaven. Man, you making mad threats and stuck in one section. I'm OBP like Naughty, making connections. Talking under your breath, get you something you don't need. 2 fully loaded Macs, filled up with heat. Nigga, you sweeter than 30 days for a body. Pop shit to these niggas, see me walk by me. But I ain't looking for no beef, I don't eat bologna. But I bring a whole cow if you run up on me. Shiesty, try me and hype me to peel your wig back like 10 cent icy. Bring it, stop bluffing, I got your threats, they mean nothing. I respond like Bond, I come through, I'm bombing. Playing bodegas, flipping Montega. You tan in the Jacks, I tan in Jamaica. Faker, wouldn't bust if he raped ya. Your chick out blazed her, hit it like Jada. While you blew up a pager, had to breathe like Vader. Your star at war, with the lightsaber. I'm here to lyrically tear your red, nigga, you a spear. I jack you up, now you out of here. Throw me on the 600. Now fucking nigga hum it. Blowing down 8th Ave with a bad bitch blunted. I take it there. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it with no joke. Who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Have y'all niggas feeling it like Jay-Z. No joke, who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Bronze King like the LORD-FINE-SC. And that bullshit y'all do, y'all niggas don't stress me. Oh yeah, and you already know, Eden War what it is. Choke no joke, I ain't no joke. The mixtape, we here now.
No joke out here in DR. My man Delvin, see him?
Yeah. In Dominican Republic.
Alright?
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah. Joke no joke. Primo, you ain't want to give me no beat, so I'm stealing one. Take it personal. You know you my guy, Primo, love you. You gonna give me a beat after this one. I never thought that you would cry me, go against me, and backstab me. Third eye is strong, word is bond. Put you on the fakes, and now you won. I gave you support, and you play me. For those who play with butt, yeah, I'm talking Breakfast Club, Revolt, whatever. All I know is birds of a feather. Hang with those that they hate. Once the realness, now you fake, and I see through you. What you gonna do when they book you and your Duke shoot? I know you think I'm expose you. This ain't no threat, take it personal. Choke no joke. 2023, it's on me. You hear me? 2023 is on me. They say why I don't come around the game, cause all y'all dudes undercover gay, and I don't play those fucking games. Yo, stop the track, I'm fucking Slay. Rest in peace, K Slay, man. Let's get to the next one.
Choke, no joke. You know what it is. Let's go, let's go. I inspire y'all to all want more. Don't listen to these fakes and these frauds.
They don't own cars with Lamborghini doors. When high yo cut, it's back to the store. I was born in the Jackson, this shit was hell. The place where I saw soldiers fall. Some simply for nothing at all. Some cause they lived on the other side of the wall. Now this might sound crazy, love what the hood made me. Poverty made me far from lazy. This ain't the place you wanna raise your babies. Young girls out here thinking they lazy. Nose powdered white, they brain all hazy. Ask them what they wanna be, they look at you crazy. These young cats out here looking all angry. I was just like them, sometime the music made me act other than myself, no influence lately. Cause behind the scenes, they not living greatly. And I found out that most of these cats never saw jack or the penitentiary. Let's go. I inspire y'all to all want more. Don't listen to the face of these frauds. They don't own cars and Lamborghini doors. The hype yo cut is back to the store. I inspire y'all to all want more. Don't listen to the face of these frauds. They don't own cars and Lamborghini doors. The hype yo cut is back to the store. They not selling drugs, they really not thugs. If they was, where are the slugs? Do you see them when you cop your drugs? Pulling up with STB in the front? Nah, it's not what they got, it's what they want. In the jungle, we all on the hunt. It's chemical. It's chemical beats. You know what it is. Choke no joke. You already know. Y'all know I love that cooch. You know what this is. I love that cooch.
You know I gotta play one for the ladies, fellas. Gotta play one for the ladies.
Let's go. Yo, what's up? My nuts when I wake up. Got morning wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D and her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eyes, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it, for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. Up my nuts when I wake up. Got morning wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D and her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eyes, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it, for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her.
Choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke. Chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke. Niggas choke no joke.